have a little bit of a chat about leadership, if that's okay with you. Rebecca, what's the biggest lesson that you've learnt thus far on your journey that you'd be able to share with others to help their journey be a little easier?
So obviously so many lessons over there, and as you mature, one of the biggest things is leadership is not a title, it's a behaviour. And what you want to be is the leader that you would want to follow. So obviously for me is my girls are all leaders in our business. We've made that, we want to duplicate more leaders.
Right from your juniors right through to your business partners.
They're all leaders, we make that very clear. In all our planning days, everybody's a leader. We lead ourselves. But we also, in a team environment, there is times, but one thing is that we have to make sure we listen. Our team needs to feel safe, they need to feel certainty, and that's what a great leader, gives a team. But also to make sure that we listen to their ideas, but also make sure we give them a little push as well to be able to go to that next level and to continue growing.
But you then obviously, well, from what I'm hearing, you give even from your junior staff right through your seniors a pathway to lead their peers as well.
Yes. So we've got leadership teams, and we make it really clear that everybody's a leader. We've got to lead ourselves. We lead ourselves from the minute we wake up in the morning, and making that really clear to the girls. Yeah, making the choices that for you to be able to be your best version of you.
Sure. So let's look at leaders. We have leaders with women that I know I aspire to. Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama. They're just name a few that I just look at and think, wow, they've pioneered a lot for women. We have our leaders. My mother was a leader for me, and I know your mother is an amazing, accomplished woman. What do you see a great leader has? What quality do they bring to the table?
Vulnerability. Something that I've definitely learnt over the last few years is vulnerability. Like, I've sat down and really spoke to my team on personal levels. Sometimes when I am missing out, when it comes to the kids, things like that, I share things, a lot of vulnerability.
So opening up to say it isn't easy.
Yep. Consistency and discipline. Discipline is your best friend, and it's not in a harsh way, but making sure you create amazing routines. Everything in life's a habit. If it's a bad one, we can uncreate it and create better ones. And it's just, that's what life is creating amazing habits.
How do you go about breaking a habit? Because we've just head into 2019, we're just after New Year's Day here, and a lot of people are like, okay, maybe I haven't been doing my social media, maybe I open up a little late, or there can be a few things we let go in our clinics. How do you break a habit? Or how do you help break a staff's habit that they may have crept into their work environment?
And the thing is too, is that we always fall down, but it's as quick as what we can recalibrate, jump back on the wagon. If it is something that's not serving you, we all know what we should be doing. And, and if you are leading in somebody and their behaviours aren't what they should be, it's sitting down and having an open and honest conversation of how you can help them.
And then do you then have check-ins all the time just to make sure they're getting back on track?
Yep. And the girls, we do have team members that fall off sometimes, and generally once we get talking to them, there's a reason. And if we can just help them, that's what we're there to do, is just to really serve these girls.
Hey, as a leader, do you work a lot on a reward system?
Our reward system is
not just monetary. It might be anything.
So in our business, we have a Wowzer Award, which is once a month that we do on our Facebook page. It's where we acknowledge and nominate the one person that has lived by the code of conduct at Labella.
Is that just one person over all 3 clinics, or one person per clinic?
It's the whole group.
The whole Labella
group.
Okay.
And because we see each other, it's very visible. We've got a Facebook page that we, put our weekly tops up, what we're trying to achieve for the week. So yeah, we do it.
We have the
Wowzer Award once a month, definitely, and we present it at the end of the year at our end of year planning. Beautiful, beautiful award for the girls to actually put into their resumes, but also, what the other girls to be able to pay tribute to their colleagues and why they're a standout is amazing. We also have Wednesday wins, and it's the win for that day, you know, that day, or something
you achieved,
yeah,
maybe
something,
3 bookings.
yeah, or it can be something personal as well.
Okay, great.
So always looking at, because sometimes we get so busy that we forget to actually pat ourselves on the back. I am somebody that's very guilty of that. I'm always moving to the next thing. And that's probably one of the things, is I'm going so fast that I stop to just go, oh my goodness, it's been amazing. This is amazing, it's a great achievement, you know. So the Wednesday wins makes you stop and think, and you know.
Another thing that you've implemented, 2 things there that you've implemented to drive your team and to bring them together, and recognition is great. I'm sure there's been many roadblocks, Rebecca, along your way with your journey. Can you share with us what some of your bigger roadblocks have been, and how you've been able to manage and steer your way through them to have such a successful business and so many successful partnerships within your businesses?
I'm extremely lucky that I've got a very positive mind. I'm very lucky.
You do.
So if I, as I said to you before, if I do get knocked down, I'll always find a way. I keep getting back up until I can find a way. I think one of mine is that I move a lot quicker than most people. So
I hear you.
Yeah. And so when people can't keep up with me, sometimes I can get a little bit frustrated, and so I'm learning that as well. You know,
to either slow down or just know that no one's going to work as fast
yes,
as you.
maybe that nobody's, yeah, a bit of both really, and that's fine. I've thought about this a lot lately actually, and I would have to say my parents, my mum and dad. Although as a child I probably didn't see it, I've really thought about them and what they've given to me, and the one thing that they've given me is grit. My parents were very, very young when they had me and my older brother, so our childhood's very different to the other children's, but you know, they were 17 and 18.
Wow.
And I mean, they did the best they could with what they knew at the time.
Are you the eldest?
I'm the second eldest, yeah. So obviously amazing. They worked extremely hard. They've come from nothing. They've created an amazing life. So I'm very lucky there. Other leaders would obviously, Kerwin is one of my, you know, my beautiful mentors that is in my life now, Kerwin Ray, and the group that I'm in. So that's amazing. You of course, you and Reika are definitely up there for mentors for me, and obviously Florence. We're very lucky that we've had Florence for such a long time, and she has definitely educated all of us.
Hasn't she?
Yeah. So yeah, so there's some,
yeah,
and they're real people on the ground. You know, I'm from a small country town. I didn't have a mentor growing up, so I've had to go and source out people, and
surrounding yourself with good people is the secret to success, isn't it?
Definitely.
I believe it's one of the
Yeah,
big
definitely.
secrets.
You are who you hang around with, and you have to be really aware of it. Be careful of what you're reading, watching, who you're hanging out with, because it all has an impact on you.
It all rubs off on you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so.
Well, thanks,
Yeah.
Nick. We absolutely look at you in the Derma family as a leader, and yeah, thank you so much for what you bring to our family.
Thank you. I feel absolutely blessed. So we're very lucky.